Listen, you guys are jealous because my body knows how to regulate the temperature properly, all right?
Yeah, okay.
No. Sir, it's like 69 degrees out, and he's like, oh, God, I gotta put my parka on. What the...
He's shaking like, oh, God.
He's like a chihuahua with no fucking fur.
You are susceptible to the heat. I'm susceptible to the cold, okay?
Yes, because of the BMI of 4. Right. Yes. Where I thrive in cold temperatures because I have these estrogen meat sacks on my chest.
Meat sacks.
Lord.
Jesus Christ.
They're the worst. Boobs are weird and they suck.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, well, so we are here. It is Monday.
Monday.
Might have noticed that things are a little bit different. It's because we decided we're going to start doing little Minisode Mondays. We want to supplement just, every Wednesday we have our full-on Everyone Sucks Here podcast. But for Mondays, we want to give you guys a little something extra. These are short, they're sweet, they're not going to be nearly as long. Just something to start your week off with and to tide you over until the next Wednesday. So this is episode 1 of the Minisode Monday for Everyone Sucks Here with Sam, Sushie, and AJ.
I'm Sam.
I'm AJ. I was pointing to Sushie.
And I'm the asshole.
I'm the asshole. I was pointing to Sushie, like waiting, like, hey, it comes. She's like staring at me.
One fucking day, we're gonna get this.
One day we'll get it.
One day we'll get it.
So we'll maybe we should start like introducing each other. I'm like, that's Sushie, and she'll be like, that's Sam, and Sam like, that's AJ. You're like,
wow, why do I sound like that? And then Sushie gets the cool voice.
I don't know.
What the fuck?
I had to differentiate all the voices.
Holy shit! Did you hear that difference? Wow, that was an old Haggerty voice that you gave me. That's some bullshit. That's some straight bullshit.
Can't reach the donuts.
You're just mad because I put the donuts on the top of the cabinet.
I am mad that you put the donuts on top of the cabinet that I cannot reach. There's no footstool. I can't climb on anything.
I told you, just let me know when you want them. I'll grab them.
It's either
that
fair.
or the ants are going to smell it and they're going to come slithering in.
Well, maybe the ants will get the box down for me then.
Maybe. Train them. All right. So we had
train them.
For these, normally, we like to read 3 Am I the Assholes each, and then we dive into some misconnections, and we each do a relationships as well. But because this is Minisode Monday, what we're going to do is just one of us will present one Am I the Asshole and one relationship to the other 2, and we'll just kind of go from there. It's still going to be business as usual, just a little bit shorter, a little bit sweeter, and a little bit more bite-sized. So this week, it's actually going to be Sam is going to be taking the lead here, and she's got some stories for us here. So do you want to go ahead and dive in?
Yeah, sure.
Let us know what we got.
Let's go for it. I'm going to read it in my stupid AJ voice.
Oh my God.
All right.
I co-sign this.
Am I the asshole for getting a family thrown out of a restaurant for underage drinking? All right. Throwaway account. We were at a local restaurant last Saturday evening. This is a locally owned establishment, not a chain. There was a 30 to 45 minute wait for tables. There was another family waiting in the wait area, and the mom went to the bar and came back with 3 drinks. A beer for dad, a margarita for her, and one for one of the young women. There was another young woman there who looked of college age and had a college sorority t-shirt, but no drink was brought for her. But as I watched, I noticed that the mom was sharing her margarita with the 4th girl, who I assumed was under 21 as she had no drink of her own. In fact, I'd guess the 4th girl consumed most of the mom's margarita. I mentioned this to my husband, and he said, so what? Forget it. Full disclosure that I'm a non-drinker myself and certainly don't approve of underage drinking, not to mention that this behavior might put the restaurant at risk. So I mentioned it to the hostess. A short time later, a manager, I assume, came and asked to see the girl's ID. The girl with her own drink produced one. The second girl who had been drinking from mom's drink did not. I did not hear the exchange, but the family left thereafter. I assumed they were asked to do so. My husband said that it was a crappy thing for me to do. I feel like I was protecting the restaurant. Was I the asshole?
Nope.
Yeah, no? I was going to say yeah.
Okay, let's get into legalities. So
Okay.
I have been a bartender in New York City for 14 years now, and there's a lot of things that are a problem with this. So if something happens to that little girl in or around the restaurant, it doesn't even matter if it's outside the restaurant. If someone gets in a car crash or whatever, the person who served them is at fault.
Mm-hmm.
So that includes the bartender and the entire liquor license. So every manager that was working that shift, whatever. So that's how it works in New York State. It's probably very similar across the country. So I'm a hard ass when it comes to IDs. I don't give a fuck. I've seen this scenario happen many, many times, and it's always the mom. It's literally always the mom. It's okay. She can drink at home. Nah, bitch. That's not how it fucking works. Is she 21? No? Okay, get out. You risk the liquor license of the entire restaurant, people's livelihoods. If it's like a corporate restaurant, it's so much worse than like a mom and pop. Like there's still problems when it's a mom and pop, but when it's a corporation, they're under such strict guidelines as it is. The restaurant can close down. It's just no. Get them out. Get them out.
So
Asshole.
I have like the legality sense. I see what you're saying, but I still feel like she's an asshole. Like, I feel like she's only because, like, I'm not a big fan of people who just kind of insert themselves into other people's lives like this. Like, because at the end of the day, she doesn't know if this girl is, she assumed this girl is underage. Now, she might be. And if she's underage.
She was.
Was that?
She was, because she didn't have an ID.
But we don't know because she didn't have an ID. We don't know, like, all we know is that she didn't produce an ID or whatever the fact. But at the same time, it's like, the idea of like, I was worried about the restaurant. Like, I don't think this woman who's complaining about the wait time for the tables and there's a 30 to 45 minute wait and all this bullshit, like, it doesn't sound like, it sounds like she just wanted to fucking cause problems.
Okay. I absolutely see what you're saying, and you're probably right. She probably didn't actually care about the restaurant. Yeah. But so like, I'm just looking at it from my side. No, so you're right.
Yeah, I totally, like legality wise, yes, totally get it. But I feel like this woman was not, I feel like she was literally just kind of inserting herself in and going, oh, well, because when somebody claims like, oh, I really care about this restaurant. Okay, well then fucking work there. How much do you care about this restaurant that you're like, I'm looking out for them? Like, you're not, like, does she have a background as a neighborhood watch? Like, is she that kind of person? Because if she does, then I might believe that a little bit more. But like, as it stands with just this, I don't know. And I have been to restaurants and taken like a sip of my parents' margarita before. I didn't fucking drink the whole thing. But like, I definitely had my parents like, oh, this is good. You should try this. I'm like, okay. And I took a sip of it and whatever. End of story. But I do see what you're saying though, in the sense that like, you know,
it's actually a much bigger deal than people realize it is because they're not in the industry. Like, so for example, if I served someone and that girl went to drive and she got in any type of accident, the person you're looking at would be liable. Yeah. Because even though I didn't physically serve her, she got it anyway. It would still be my fault because as a person giving out the alcohol, it's still my responsibility to look over the whole restaurant and make sure everyone's 21. Whether or not I've actually served her.
Yeah.
It's still my job, personally. And it's like a $20,000 fine.
Yeah. So I know.
Wait, to you or to the restaurant?
No, to me.
Okay.
Like, I can go to jail.
Yeah.
If anything happened to her, right? She crashed her car. She was jaywalking, got hit by her. Anything happens to her or around her, I physically am liable. I can face jail time. I can get a fine. I know bartenders who are ruined because of that $20,000 fine.
Yeah.
It's not like an urban legend. It fucking happens.
So
I can't see it from her point of view. You know, I'm only looking at it from mine.
So I agree that I don't think this woman was looking at for the restaurant.
No.
This woman was being a bitch. But and I know the laws have changed a lot over the years concerning this, because I do know that obviously in some states that, that is a thing that happened when I was growing up. The law in Georgia was if a parent gives it to their child, then that's fine, as long as this child doesn't get drunk.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely different from state to state, legal wise. My question is, how does she know there was liquor in the margarita? What if it was a virgin margarita?
And
Right.
really, like,
That's true.
how close was she watching this family to be like, okay, so I was monitoring all their ages. Like, I'm like, it's one of those things, like,
you're
you're
right.
there, and I get that you're
What are you,
waiting
the
for a
bouncer?
table. But yeah, like, you know, like, you're there and you're monitoring, like, you're just sitting there, like,
Yeah.
and she didn't appear to be the age and all this. But, like, I mean, if she has a history of this, then okay. But it sounds like she's just there and she's just fucking waiting for a table and mad and gonna fuck up other
Yeah.
people's lives.
Well,
But
it worked, right?
I'm curious, but with you mentioning that and how it works in New York, now I'm actually curious though, like, what state this is, because now when, like,
Yeah.
because it is different for every state, so I'm
Yeah.
curious. Like, I could totally see, like, now with you saying that, because I didn't know, like, how any of that worked with, like, you getting
Yeah. Well,
charged.
in New
Yeah.
York State, it's very serious.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't speak for every state.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
But
didn't
in
know
New
that
York State's
regardless
actually
about
very
New York
serious.
at all. So, like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, like,
And
I could totally understand being super fucking cautious. If you're a $20,000 fine is insane. So, like,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And
mean-
jail time.
I mean, back when I was a bartender, you know, you had to watch very closely and make sure that, hey, do I really need to continue to serve these people alcohol? Also, if I even assumed that it was possible that these people were getting into their cars and driving home after I had served them, I had to, you know, emphasize, hey, let me call you a cab. Let me call
Yeah.
you a taxi.
yeah.
So I know that these things are because I could have gotten in trouble if things happen. And like Susie said, it's different from state to state, but I don't know the way this woman went about it, and then thinking, oh well, something happened. They obviously agreed with me. You don't know what happened because you're not part of the family, and you didn't you just
Right.
you just fucking put your nose in somewhere where it didn't fucking belong.
Yeah.
If this was something that the restaurant needed to be concerned about, they would have watched. They would have been watching people. And if they weren't, then they can get the fucking fine for it.
Right. And it's also more of the server's responsibility because they were sitting at a table to be like,
Yes.
and I do that too. I'm a fucking busybody. I'm like, so I see that there are 4 people here and 3 drinks, but there's one in between 2 people. Can I see her ID? So it's like, it's not really this woman's responsibility to do that. It's the server and the manager's responsibility
Yes.
to like input themselves in that business. And I've done that
Yes.
as a manager, even as a bartender. If I'm walking through the restaurant and I see that, and it happens all the time, I have no problem being like, ma'am, is your daughter 21? No, get the fuck out. And
Yeah.
I'll take drinks. I don't care. I'll take drinks.
Exactly. And I know in a lot of states, obviously, I don't know if this is every state, but in a lot of states, you know, it is required that you show me your ID. And if your
Yes.
ID is fucked up, then I can't serve you.
Yeah.
If you got if it's all
Right.
torn up and all jacked up
Right.
and all bit and stuff, I
Right.
can't give you a drink. I don't care. Like if you know you're on your way to go get
Yeah.
a new one, I can't serve you a
Right.
drink. So like I know a lot of people get upset about that as well, but dude, it's the law.
Yeah.
And
It's the law.
And in a time where people are very concerned about keeping their fucking jobs and not
Yeah.
having to pay a $20,000 fine for you acting like an idiot.
Yeah.
You know, you'd think that people would have a little bit more respect for it. But
Get your fucking ID fixed. Drinking is a novelty leisure. Get your fucking ID
Yeah.
fixed and you can drink.
If you're the type of if you're the cool mom and you let your kids drink, like that's not my business. Do it at home. Be the cool mom at home. Don't bring that
Yeah.
shit where it affects my life.
Yeah.
So I'm conflicted because as the person writing this, yeah, she is kind of the asshole because mind your business, whatever. But from like what actually happened and the repercussions, not the asshole. So I'm kind of like split down the middle.
I would
Her
say
just like
everybody
not
sucks.
minding
Yeah.
her own business.
I'd
Though.
say everyone sucks.
everyone sucks in this situation.
Everyone sucks here.
Everyone
here.
sucks in this situation. She should have minded her own fucking business.
Yeah. And
I agree.
there is
She's very self-righteous.
Yeah, it is very self-righteous, and there is. I find a lot of these ones with the restaurants very fascinating because anytime the manager always comes over, the person writing always assumes like the manager came over and they must have they must have believed that I was right because this is what happened. It's really just like, okay, they were just trying to avoid a situation. They're just trying to avoid a situation. They
always
don't give
feel-
a fuck about you.
They always have a sense of like vindication.
yeah,
Like
yeah, like.
God.
So yeah, I everyone sucks. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I think everyone sucks in this situation. Man, All right.
Well, you want to dive right into the relationships
Yeah,
here?
let's dive right into some relationships. I'll get that sound bite going and figure it out. All right. We got a juicy one. We got a juicy one here. Whoa. Let's see. Boyfriend's mom, 50s female, broke into my basement, found my 27 female sex toys and BDSM equipment, and totally lost it, called me a slut. That's the whole title.
That's the title?
That's the title.
That's the whole title.
Oh, God. Okay.
All right. I'm very into kinky BDSM sexual stuff and really enjoy it. My boyfriend wasn't into it at first, but he was open to it, and now he's also, like me, very much interested. I have turned the basement of my house into a BDSM dungeon with a lot of equipment, latex outfits, cuffs, chains, spreaders, bondage equipment, swings, dildos, strap-ons, benches, etc. This is a whole workout room. My boyfriend's mom is visiting from the other side of the country and is staying with us for a few days. This is fine. She's been wanting to visit her son?
Sure,
okay.
his, but
Yeah, she's been wanting to visit her son and get to know me better, and I think it's lovely. She is a rather devout Christian and believes in things like modesty, traditional gender roles, and even abstinence before marriage. I don't have a problem with her if that's how she wants to live her life. It's not for someone like me who's basically the opposite of all those things. I always lock the door to the basement. It's a private room, and I don't think it's unreasonable to lock one of your rooms when you have guests. It should be clear that a locked room is supposed to be left alone. Apparently, she does not understand this. Yesterday, she asked where the door leads to, and I told her that it's the basement, and it's just full of stuff, and it's always locked because I don't want my niece and nephew, who visit often, to go down there. It's not a lie. That is the truth. This morning, I went out for a run, and when she was still sleeping, my boyfriend has a night shift at the hospital, so he was away. When I came back, I noticed that she has broken into the basement, took the key from the drawer in my room, and she asked me to answer for this. I didn't, just kept asking her why she down there and how she got in here, and she explained that she thinks I was disrespectful for locking a room to a guest, and she had to find out what I'm hiding down there because she thought it could be something illegal, but instead she found, as she called it, quote, evil material of a shameless slut. She then went on a rant about how ungodly these things are, that I have corrupted her son, how I'm of the devil and going to hell, and she's not going to allow me to take care of her son, take her son with her, and things like that. I just asked her to get out of the basement, stay in her room until her son arrives, and she can deal with him, as I don't think I need to justify my lifestyle or my belongings to her. She called me a whore and went out of the house. This was 30 minutes ago. I texted my boyfriend and he hasn't responded yet. Not sure what I should do now. I really don't want her in my house ever again. TLDR, boyfriend's holier-than-thou Christian mother found my broke into my room and dungeon, then called me a slut and whore for... Oh my God, this TLDR is fucking terrible.
She just slot.
Then called me a slut and whore for having sex toys, and then just that she disapproves. Oh my God.
I feel like...
So wait, I'm confused. Does the mother live there also?
No, she came to visit. She was a guest.
No.
From across the
Not that
country.
that makes it different. I just wanted to clarify.
Also, evil material of a shameless slut sounds like a New York Times bestseller.
I know.
Like,
it would be. Yeah.
Evil material of a shameless slut.
The audacity to think that it is rude to lock a room in your own house when you have a guest over. So she went out of her way to search for the key in a drawer in this woman's home.
In her fucking
bedroom. And unlocked it, and now wants her to answer for this. This is none of your fucking business.
This is my house, bitch. Get out.
This is my house. These are my things, and you have no reason to be down here in my basement.
Oh, God.
Oh, I thought something
Your
illegal was down here. Right?
Yeah, like, first of all, you thought someone... Why would you... How judgmental is the person that she thought something illegal was down there to begin with? She's already judgmental as shit to even have that assumption about this woman and about her son, potentially. But
Yeah.
Oh my God,
You can
these-
have locked rooms in your own house.
these
That's fine. That's the point of
fucking-
having your own house.
Yeah, exactly. Like, are you paying the fucking bills? No, shut the fuck
Right.
up. Get out of my house. Get the fuck
get
out of my house. Like, these fucking parents that do this shit, these fucking parents that have this mentality that they can do whatever the fuck they want. Like, no, I don't care if you flew across the fucking country. Get a hotel. You're done here.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't get rights. You don't get to go through my shit. You wouldn't like if I went through your shit. Also, things are locked and hidden away for a reason. So when you start looking for things, you're going to find exactly what you were looking for.
Exactly.
Every single time.
Yep.
You're going to always find exactly what you're looking for.
Yep.
And
Don't go through people's shit.
on top of that, this fucking dude, he better kick this fucking mom out. He better kick her out because
He better
for
tell her
to sit
about
there and
herself.
call her a slut and a whore.
Yeah.
And all in her own home. In her
Oh my
own
God.
home. And to try to make her answer for her lifestyle. Like, fuck out of here.
In her own. Oh my God. I would have Hulk smashed.
One of the first comments says, "Pretty sure she's gone through everything in your house." I agree. If she went
Oh, yeah.
into your bedroom to find the key to the basement, to go into the basement, she's already gone through everything else in the house.
And she's habitual because she knew that was the key for the locked door.
Yep.
Like she knew what she was looking for. She does this shit.
Exactly. And the thing too was she gave a valid reason. She didn't lie. She said the door is locked to keep my nieces and nephew out of the basement so that they don't get into stuff that I have down there.
Yeah.
So I don't want you in the shit either. That's why.
Also, it could just be unsafe in general. Like basements are usually not finished. They're like, kind of look like caves sometimes. Like, what if it was just like a safety thing and you don't want people down there?
Right?
Because it's not like a stair is broken or like there's a pipe that's out that shouldn't be out. Like this, like it's never up to code. No one's basement's ever up to code. So what if it was just a safety thing?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
As simple as that.
At the end of the day, if I have somebody over visiting at my house, I'll close the door to the fucking bedroom. There's nothing in there to hide, but I just don't really want fucking
But you need to
people
be in there.
Yeah, you don't need to be in there.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm going to close the door to whatever rooms I don't want you in. If the door is closed, assume that I don't want you to be in there.
Yeah.
Not that hard fucking to
Yeah.
understand.
And then this door was locked.
This door was locked.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I think she had every intention of trying to find anything and everything to take to her son and be like, you see this shit that you're dating? So she just happened to find the mother lode down the basement.
The only age
Yeah.
she didn't list was the boyfriend, and I'm curious how old he is.
Oh, that's
'Cause
true. Yeah.
She listed her
Yeah.
age. She's 27, but she listed the mom as 50, or 50s. But yeah, she didn't list her boyfriend's age. And I'm curious, like, what the boyfriend has to say about this. Like,
yeah.
this is
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I hope she was like, not only is it mine, your son's into it, and he likes getting pegged. I would have been so disrespectful. Oh my God. Damn.
These some heated ones today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of these involve people that should have minded their own fucking business.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
Happy Monday, everyone.
Yeah.
Start your week off angry.
But always remember to mind your own fucking business.
For real. For fucking real.
Yeah.
Because if you don't
That's great advice.
mind your own business, we're going to hear about it and we're going to make fun of you. We're going to talk about you if you don't mind your own business. We're
We're going to talk about you and make fun of you on the internet.
Yeah. So I would say this was a rounding success for our first Minisode Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice and short and sweet. Got straight to the point. As to anybody who's hearing this for the first time on Monday, we still have a full episode that is coming out this coming Wednesday too. So if this wasn't quite enough for you, if you want a little bit more, we got more coming on Wednesday. So just wait 2 days and you get even more of us, and it's gonna have some really good stories in it. Like this one coming up on Wednesday is it's pretty fucking good. So
It's pretty good, yeah.
yeah, that's going to be episode 7 will be coming up this coming Wednesday. So, do we have any final comments? If you guys, I guess as per usual, if you guys want to send us stories, you can do so at everyonesucksyourpodcast at gmail.com. You can send us there, or you can send us stuff on Twitter at ESH Podcast, either one. Make sure you like these videos on whatever you're listening to them on. If you're listening on Spotify or iTunes or fucking Google or iHeartRadio, or if you're on YouTube, then definitely subscribe so we can get that unique URL. We need that URL. And we need you.
We need it.
We need it.
Yeah, and if you want to let us know what you would have said to this this mom who broke into a basement.
Your sex dungeon.
Your sex dungeon.
This
What would you say?
trifling mom.
Let me know what you would have said to this trifling mom who broke into your sex dungeon. You can let us know on Twitter.
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
I think, all right, well, if we got any final comments, if you want to hear more of my dumb bullshit, you can find me on Twitter at It's Simply AJ. I'm usually just video games. It's pretty much all I really give shit about talking about. So, but I'm on there, and you can find me on there doing whatever the fuck.
I constantly shitpost on Twitter at Sam Without a Plan.
I am Sushie Monster on Twitter and on Twitch TV. I don't know if I'm a shit poster, but I post something sometimes.
Yeah. So
Some of them are shitposting.
if you're
Sometimes I shit post. Sometimes.
if you're following the podcast on Twitter, you can easily find us from that. Just look at who the podcast
Yes.
follows. It's only following us because we're the only
One-stop
ones. So that being said, thank you guys for listening to our first ever Minisode Monday. These will be coming out every Monday, so we will have minisodes on Mondays and full episodes on Wednesdays. You can find them pretty much in all the normal spots that we've been posting them at. It'll be on a pretty normal schedule. That being said, wear a mask, stay 6 feet apart, Black Lives Matter.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Wash your ass.
Wash your ass.
Yeah.
And, we're still trying to figure out what people do with butter in the bathroom, so.
We never found out. It's gonna haunt me.
Oh my god, I'm so mad.
I'm going to dream about it one day, and I'm going to be really upset.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. Well.
That being said, all right, guys. Well, see you this Wednesday. Come listen to us on Wednesday, and then join us next Monday for another minisode. Goodbye.
I'm gonna do it. Goodbye.